What's up, guys? This is Justin, and I have a great episode in store for you. In this episode, I'm going to tell you how I took 50 listings as a real estate agent in just 3 months. This is definitely one you don't want to miss. What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Justin Ford Podcast, where I'll be releasing life-changing principles and valuable information focused on all things faith, finance, family, fitness, real estate, and so much more. Let's go! What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Justin Ford Podcast. Super excited to be with you here again today. I hope you've been doing great since the last episode. If you're loving the show, do me a favor, go ahead and hit the subscribe button here on YouTube or your favorite podcast platform. And if you're really loving the show, go ahead and leave us a 5-star review. If you haven't followed me yet on social media, you can at the official Justin Ford. Again, at the official Justin Ford. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, X, and then also here on YouTube. Got another great episode in store for you today. But before we get into that, I do want to let you know that this episode is brought to you by my friends over at Nextdoor Lending. Nextdoor Lending is a team of professionals that believe everyone should be treated as if they lived next door. The founders and team members have more than 150 years of combined loan experience helping clients all over the country choose the best loan program to help you accomplish your goals. Nextdoor Lending is currently licensed in over 26 states and has a team of over 100 loan officers specializing in helping you get the best rate and terms. And so whether you're looking to refinance your home or you're looking to purchase your next home, call my friends over at Nextdoor Lending today at 888-885-3667 or visit their website at nextdoorlending.com. I wanted to just connect with you, especially my real estate agents today. I know a good group of real estate agents listen to the show. We also have all sorts of people that listen to the show, but I want to talk about real estate right now because, you know, we just entered into the second half of the year. And, you know, it's been an interesting ride for those of you that are actively selling real estate. You know, it's the market shifting. The market this year is definitely different than it's been in years previously. We've started to see home prices start to come down a little bit. We've seen inventory sit longer. We've seen more inventory come on the market than what we've seen in the last 5 years. And what that's causing the market to become is really a more balanced market. And, you know, one of the great things about being in real estate is, you know, there's business to go around for everybody. I recently heard some statistics that kind of shocked me. For one, and I've brought this up on the show before, that when it comes to real estate, within the first 2 years, 90% of real estate agents are out of the business. So that means 9 out of 10 real estate agents in the first 2 years of being a licensed agent are out of the business. Why? Because most people do not have what it takes to be successful in sales. And that's not like a jab. That's not like people that are successful in sales are better than those that are not. It's just most people are not willing to do whatever it takes to be successful, especially when there's no guaranteed paycheck at the end of the day. The other reason why is because most people do not follow a proven plan or system that causes them to be successful in real estate. They don't really know how to go out and get the business, so they wait around for business to come to them. And the reality is, if you're a new real estate agent, nobody really knows who you are besides maybe your immediate friends and family. And the only way that you can really go out there and be successful is getting out in front of people. The other statistic that really shocked me recently was 74% of all real estate agents in the United States haven't even sold a home this year. That's insane to think about. Well, the other statistic is, you know, the average real estate agent only sells 4 homes a year. And so if the average real estate agent only sells 4 homes a year, and the majority of real estate agents are out of the business in their first 2 years, you know, it doesn't surprise me that 74% of real estate agents haven't even sold a home this year. You know, anybody can sell a home when the market's good. Anybody can sell a home when things are hot, but they're changing. And because they're changing, as real estate agents, we need to make sure that the activities that we are doing on a daily basis are creating new opportunities for us. And one of the things that I've always talked about on the show, I've shared it in the past, is when it comes to lead generation or prospecting, It cannot be optional for a real estate agent. It has to be the lifeblood of your business. It has to be the foundation of your business. And it has to be the thing that you do every single day to get out in front of new opportunities. And so first clarifying what prospecting is it's not just picking up the phones and cold calling and knocking on doors. Prospecting really is just the first step in the sales process. And so if you're a real estate agent, you are a salesperson. And if prospecting is the first step in the sales process, it's really just going out and having conversations with people about real estate on a daily basis. And so there's a lot of different ways to do that. And so one of the things, that I want to talk to you about is how I've been able to not only create success, but sustain success here in the industry. And again, if you know me, you've been following me, then you know that prospecting really is the lifeblood of my business. And so we're in year 12 for selling real estate. And in November, it'll be 12 years that I've been a licensed real estate agent, and I've seen some ups and downs. And the good news is, even in a market like now, where people are struggling, even though we're in a market where 74% of real estate agents haven't even sold a home this year, Joy and I are on track to have our best year yet. And what's amazing is what I've done this year is I've really kind of plugged back into the prospecting and the lead generation aspect of my business. Not that I haven't done it in the past, but for the last couple of years, I kind of pulled back to focus on building my team. And this year, coming into this year, I said, you know what? I'm going to make a decision to go really all in again on my prospecting and lead generation. And I made that decision right at, I'd say probably at the middle to the end of the month of February. My coach, Kathy Schweitzer, who's my real estate coach, she just said, Justin, you've been doing this a long time. You're very good at it. You're very skilled at it. Why wouldn't you want to, just really maximize the potential that you have with this, skill that you have through prospecting? And I said, you know what? You're right. So I made the decision, in the middle to the end of the month of February that I was going to go all in again. Between the month of March and April and May, so 3 months, I took 50 listings. Because listings has always been the focus of my business. Yes, we work with buyers. Joy really works with our buyers. She does a great job with buyers. But I've really always just been listing focused because that's the way that I was taught. And so I think in March, I took 19 or 21 listings. April, I took 19. It was either, I know 1 month was 21, 1 month was 19. And so in 2 months, I did 40 listings. And then the next month, I did 10. And so, 50 listings in 3 months. And you might say, well, Justin, how the heck did you do that? Well, I do what I teach in the Prospecting Bootcamp. Many of you guys have been in my Prospecting Bootcamp class. I know some of you guys are, in the new class that just kicked off. But if you haven't heard of the Prospecting Bootcamp, what the Prospecting Bootcamp is a 16-week class on Zoom that I hold through our coaching company called Glover U, on Mondays on Zoom at 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. Eastern, where I coach, train, and teach real estate agents all over North America how to have those conversations, how to get out in front of people and talk to people about real estate on a daily basis. And really what it boils down to is the more people you talk to, the more appointments you'll set. And the more appointments you set, the more appointments you'll go on. The more appointments you go on, the more listings you'll take, and the more listings you take, the more listings you close, the more listings you close, the more money that you make. I mean, it's a process. And so one of the things that we teach in the class is really the thing that most people struggle with, and that's fear of rejection and also limiting beliefs around getting out there and having conversations with people. Why? Because it's not comfortable. And as human beings, we want to be comfortable. And so the minute that we find ourselves coming out of our comfort zone, we pull back. We don't want to be rejected. We don't want to be told no. We don't really want to work for it. We want that phone to ring, right? Ring, ring, ring. Hey, Justin, it's, John and Sally Smith, and we want you to come list our home. Well, those calls are great. But if those calls aren't coming in on a daily basis, you can't live off of John and Sally calling you to list their home, because unless you've been around in the business long enough, unless you've done enough transactions, you're not going to get a lot of referrals and repeat business. So how do you build your business? How do you sustain yourself in a market like we're in right now? Is you have to have conversations with people every day about real estate. And after you've done it a while, after you've learned the skill, what to say, how to say it, the questions to ask, the objections and how to overcome those objections, and really just the ability to communicate with people. It's the gift that keeps on giving. Literally yesterday, we were pretty much gone. I was kind of off for like a month because we had our Glover U conference, and then we went out of the country on vacation. So I was pretty much off for a month. And so yesterday I got into the office after not really prospecting for a long time, and I set 3 for sale by owner listing appointments. One was like 490,000, the other one was 510, the other one was like 404. And so that's like almost $1.5 million, in potential listings. And if you do the math, 3% commission, 2% commission, whatever, guys, that's pretty good income for just making some phone calls. And I've been doing it for 12 years, and so I've made enough calls. I've had enough conversations. I've learned how to overcome my fear of rejection. I've learned how to overcome my limiting beliefs around making calls, to where I don't want to say it's easy for me now, but it's become a skill that I can really leverage and use to sustain my business. And so many agents who are struggling but yet want to be in business, want to do more deals, want to sell more homes, unless you change something, nothing's going to change. And so I'm excited that we just kicked off our Prospecting Bootcamp. And the Prospecting Bootcamp, I've been doing it now. This will be my 5th year. Had over 1,000 real estate agents all over North America go through the class. And in this class, I teach everything that I know and everything that I do to sell a lot of real estate. And the beautiful thing about this class is it's not just about calling expireds and for sale by owners. Matter of fact, that's just 2 of the 16 lessons that we have. I mean, we talk everything about social media, database, door knocking, circle prospecting, how to overcome your limiting beliefs, how to build a strong mindset, learning the scripts, learning the skills, learning the objections, role playing, watching me prospecting live. How would you like to be in a room with me prospecting live? You're going to be able to do that in the Prospecting Bootcamp. The 4 different personality styles, really learning how to communicate to the 4 different personality styles. And if you don't know what that means, is every person fits into one of the 4 personality styles. And so when you think of the DISC test, you can take the DISC test and it tells you what your personality style is and your communication style is. And so we call it driver, expressive, amiable, and analytical, or also known as the D, the I, the S, and the C in the DISC test. And we all have a little bit of all 4 in us, but there's one that we really dominate as far as our personality style. And it's pretty crazy because the National Association of Realtor Statistics is for every 4 appointments a real estate agent goes on, they convert 1. What's pretty interesting that only 25% is the conversion ratio, because you're usually only communicating the way that you communicate to somebody who's like you, to where they feel like they can relate to you. But if you're a driver and you're meeting with an analytical, you're not speaking their language. They're not feeling like they can connect with you because your personality and the way you communicate is different than theirs. And they might feel like, hey, I don't feel like I can relate to this guy or this gal, so they don't hire you. Well, it's important to know those 4 personality styles because that's going to help you convert at a higher level. So I wanted to share this episode with you to do 2 things. Number 1 is, what is your plan to sell more homes and finish strong in the second half of 2025? What is your plan to take more listings, write more contracts, and close more deals? Maybe you're falling into that 74% who haven't sold a home yet this year. Are you ready to get out of the business and go get a job? Are you ready to throw in the towel and quit? Or are you ready to do something about it, create some opportunities, fill your pipeline, and stay in the business? And so if that's you, then I would love to connect with you, personally reach out to me and ask me for more information about the Prospecting Bootcamp. Even though it started, we can send you the first couple of recordings for the episodes of the lessons 1 and 2, and you would be able to have the opportunity to join the class and work directly with me over the next 16 weeks. And here's what I know. Any real estate agent who's gone through the class and has put in the work gets results. Perfect example, Andrew Pepper. I've had him as a guest on the show before. Andrew had never done any form of prospecting before he joined my Prospecting Bootcamp. And over the 16 weeks, he took 18 listings and he made over $150,000 in commission by following the techniques that I teach. And what's awesome is Andrew is just one of many of the different testimonials of agents who've gone through the Prospecting Bootcamp and created success. So you might be wondering, well, hey, Justin, this all sounds great, but how much is the class? I'm glad you asked. It's $400 a month for 4 months. And so it's a $1,600 investment into your business. And the reason I say investment and not a cost is because it's not a cost, it's an investment. And here's what I know, that if you do the work and you follow what I teach, like Andrew Pepper, you're gonna 10x your investment, because how many listings would it really take for you to take and close to recoup $1,600, right? A fraction or a sliver of one. And so with that being said, I'd love for you to shoot me a DM and reach out to me. And if you have questions about the Prospecting Bootcamp, we can get you enrolled. We can get you registered. It's on Zoom every week, Monday, 2 p.m. Eastern, 2 to 3 p.m. right on Zoom with me. And I'm going to teach you everything I know and everything that I do to absolutely dominate and crush real estate. And so with that being said, you can also go to Glover U. That's GLOVER, the letter U.com/prospecting. That will also give you a link to register for the class. But make sure you tell them that you heard it on the Justin Ford podcast. And if you shoot me a DM, again, you can find me on Facebook and Instagram or any of the platforms, even here on YouTube, at the official Justin Ford. I want to make sure that you get plugged in and you get connected. And if you're ready to supercharge your business and finish the year strong in 2025, I can help you do that, okay? So that's it. Just wanted to get on here and encourage you. All my real estate agents, finish the year strong and have a plan of action. If you decide to partner with me and join me in the Prospecting Bootcamp, I'll give you that plan of action and crush the rest of this year and beyond, okay? So with that said, that's it. And so if you even know another real estate agent who needs this type of plan, shoot them this episode, shoot them the video or the recording. And again, they can reach out to me as well. I do want to remind you before we wrap up today that this episode is brought to you by my friends over at Nextdoor Lending. Nextdoor Lending is not just our sponsor of the show. This is our personal lender at the Justin Ford Real Estate Team. This is who we entrust all of our buyers with. They have over 1,000 5-star reviews, a perfect A+ Better Business Bureau rating. And so if you're a homeowner and you're looking to get pre-approved and purchase a home this year, call my friends over at Nextdoor Lending. If you're a homeowner currently looking to refinance, maybe take some cash out, do some consolidating, call my friends over at Nextdoor Lending. And if you are a real estate agent looking to partner with a great mortgage lender, call my friends over at Nextdoor Lending today at 888-885-3667, or visit their website at nextdoorlending.com. 2 things I always like to leave you with. Number 1, it's not how you start. What matters is how you finish. And number 2, with God, all things are possible. God bless you guys. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one.